Gluten Tag, and today I'm showing you how to make the best brioche sourdough buns. I'm really excited because they turned out so well. They were super delicious and everybody loved them. So let's get started by combining all the ingredients. I'll be adding the details and quantities in the description of the video. I'm using both sourdough and yeast. This makes the process a little bit faster. It took 6 hours from start to finish. For the flour, you want to make sure that you have a bread flour, something with high protein content. Let's get started. Just stir everything together. We don't want to create any strength. Just stir it together and then let it sit for 15 minutes before proceeding with the next step. And here we go. 15 minutes later, we will be doing some bench kneading. And you don't need any flour on your bench for this. This is very important. I start by removing the dough from the container so it doesn't stick as much. Just toss it on your bench. And now you want to use that tension to be able to flip over the dough. And with every fold, you're creating additional strength. You're developing your gluten network. This is why no kitchen machine is needed. No pun intended. So just take your dough, flip it over, and this creates so much strength. This means your buns will hold together and they will rise much more in the oven, which is what we want. We want our buns to look nice and round in the end. I typically do this for around 2 minutes or so. I'm speeding up the whole process, but I stop typically when I notice that the dough does not stick as much anymore to the surface. Now we're in around an hour and you can see the dough already doubled in size, almost. And so basically we are waiting until the dough doubled in size. And now I'm going to be performing a coil fold. Wet your hands, this is very important so it does not stick. Take the dough, flip it upwards and then flip it on top of itself. This creates even more strength. And you can already see those big bubbles. This means our dough has been fermenting very, very well. I couldn't give you an exact timing because this really depends a lot on your temperature in the kitchen as well. So wait until it doubled in size. I'm already preparing the tray on which I'll place the buns. Take a parchment paper, add some semolina flour ideally. Put it to the side and now we will be starting with the actual shaping of the buns. So when the dough is doubled in size, they're ready. I'm preparing a kitchen scale because I want to make sure that the buns are all equal in size. A good trick is to wet the surface of the kitchen scale like you would wet your hands when working with the dough. So yeah, our dough doubled in size. It's ready for the next step. Just place it on the surface. Again, don't use any additional flour. It might sound unintuitive, but this is really the trick to not use too much additional flour during the whole process. I'm taking my dough scraper. You can also take a knife and I'm making equal parts and I'm weighing each of them around 130 grams. This might just be me being German, but don't worry if you don't get it right exactly, although it's a very satisfying feeling to get it exactly right. You can just take small pieces and bits and add it together a little bit later, no worries. All right, let's get started with the actual shaping of the bun. So I'm not using any flour again. I'm just taking the outsides and I'm rotating them inside. Oh, what's this? This gross. So, and then afterwards you did that, just use your hand and tuck it over the surface. And this only works because we did not use any flour. Nice and round looking bun. Let me show you one more time. So again, take the edges, pull them inside, tuck them down, keep doing this. And do this a little bit more because we want to deflate our dough just a little bit. And keep rolling it over the surface. This is the same with bread, the same with pizza, so this is a great technique to learn. All right, now I'm doing this in turbo mode. Just take it, tuck it over the surface. Very, very good skill to learn. And again, don't use any additional flour. here we go with all the buns. I'm just putting one a little bit to the side, and you can see I'm denting them, and the dent is removed, so they're not ready. You're ready for the next steps the moment you put your finger on the bun, and the dent removes very, very, very slowly. Then you're ready. In my case, I'm ready now. I'm preparing the egg wash, and the egg wash is just an egg with a little bit of water, equal weight of egg and water. I'm eyeballing it here, but you could definitely also just use a kitchen scale. The less water you use, the more brown they're going to get in the end. Now just take a fork and stir that together, and then you're ready. We will be brushing each of the buns with egg wash now, and then we will be baking them. And for the baking, it's very important that you have hot water inside of a bowl at the bottom of your oven. You want to create a lot of steam. I'll be showing you how I do that in a little bit. So take that egg wash and brush each of your buns, and just look at how much they increased in size. Actually, they're going to stick together during the baking, which is totally okay for me. But if you don't want that, you would have to use 2 trays. But I kind of also like it when you pull them apart and you have this fluffy edge on them. Next up will be the setup of my home oven. And this is very important because this is where everything comes together. I preheated the oven to maximum temperature. I'm using a stone and a bowl at the bottom. I'll show you in a second. I'm reducing the temperature. We don't want to bake them too hot. And now let me open this up, and I'll be pulling out the bowl just a little bit. This is where I will be pouring in boiling water to create a lot of steam. We'll be placing the buns inside, and then we will be adding the boiling water. And steam is really the most important ingredient of bread baking and also bun making. You want to have a lot of steam at the start, so no crust is formed. And the water will evaporate, creating superb amount of steam. And look at this, after around 5 minutes, they already look so good. I'll just be rotating them because I want them to be evenly cooked. This also depends on your oven, of course. And I'm adding some more steam because I hope they will expand even a little bit more. Just give them some good sprays. Steam is so important. I can't stress that point long enough. And here you go. After around 30 minutes, this is how they look. Golden brown, excellent looking brioche buns, and with that nice sourdough tang to it. And just me showing off my buns one more time. And are you ready for it? Let's slice one of them open. They cooled down for 20 minutes. Good coloring at the bottom too, and so soft and yummy. And I've been eating them with pulled pork, which was excellent because they just soaked up all those juices.